Welcome to our daily devotional series, The Daily Herald. I pray that these messages will come to you as an encouragement and a reminder to be heralds of the Lord daily. God bless you.
One wiser than Solomon. October 13. But to those who are called, both Jews and Greeks, Christ, the power of God and the wisdom of God. 1 Corinthians 1:24.
The wonderful personage whom John had announced had been among them for more than 30 years, and they had not really known him as the one sent from God. Remorse took hold of the disciples because they had allowed the prevailing unbelief to leaven their opinions and becloud their understanding. The light of this dark world had been shining amid its gloom, and they had failed to comprehend whence were its beams. They asked themselves why they had pursued a course that made it necessary for Christ to reprove them. They often repeated his conversations and said, "Why did we allow earthly considerations and the opposition of priests and rabbis to confuse our senses, so that we did not comprehend that a greater than Moses was among us, that one wiser than Solomon was instructing us? How dull were our ears, how feeble was our understanding." Thomas would not believe until he had thrust his finger into the wound made by the Roman soldiers. Peter had denied him in his humiliation and rejection. These painful remembrances came before them in distinct lines. They had been with him, but they had not known or appreciated him. But how these things now stirred their hearts as they recognized their unbelief. As priests and rulers combined against them, and they were brought before councils and thrust into prison, the followers of Christ rejoiced that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. Acts 5:41. They rejoiced to prove before human beings and angels that they recognized the glory of Christ and chose to follow him as the loss of all things. It is as true now as in the apostolic days that without the illumination of the divine Spirit, humanity cannot discern the glory of Christ. The truth and the work of God are unappreciated by a world-loving and compromising Christianity. Not in the ways of ease, of earthly honor, or worldly conformity are the followers of the Master found. They are far in advance, in the paths of toil and humiliation and reproach, in the front of the battle against the principalities and against powers, against the world rulers of this darkness, against the spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Ephesians 6:12. Further reflection. How can I make the wisdom of Jesus my own and let it guide my life?